Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm going to be doing a full review and work test of the Anastasia foundation. I may be late to the game, but to be quite honest, I can't resist every time I see dewy luminous foundations. So I still wanted to give it a go. One of my favorite foundations is the Fenty, the new Fenty hydrating foundation. I also love the Burn to Glow foundation by NYX. So all these glowy foundations are like my jam. So even though it's a little bit late to the game, I still wanted to give it a go. For fall, I really like luminous foundations, so I love foundation reviews. If you're new here, my name is Angie. I hope you stay and subscribe to my channel for more beauty videos. I'm uploading every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and without further ado, let's start. Alright guys, so this is gonna be a quick to the point review because I already know what I think of this foundation. I worn it for a little bit. So the Anastasia Luminous foundation, it retails for $50 on the Sephora website. It has 50 shades. So again, super nice. I love when foundations have so many shades that you can, really find your perfect match. So they do have N, C, and W beside the number of the foundation, of course. Neutral, cool, and warm. And I love warm foundation, so whenever they tell you it is a warm foundation, I'm all over it. I'm gonna try to give it to me. So the foundation that I picked is the 335W. I used the Sephora app to match myself, and I used my Fenty 300 as a reference because that's like my perfect match. And this one, you guys, looks really nice, really close. So if you're about an NC40 MAC or you use that Fenty foundation, I'm gonna leave all my foundation reference at the bottom so you can have an idea of what I usually wear. But this foundation is a really nice match for me. So on the Sephora website, it has 658 reviews, so a lot of people are reviewing this foundation. It has over 4 stars, and what it says is that it's a water resistant liquid foundation that creates a luminous natural finish and is long wearing even without setting powder. It's medium coverage, it has a natural finish, it is liquid, and it claims to be for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin types. And it's also vegan, cruelty free, and gluten free. It says available in 50 shades. Luminous foundation blurs any imperfections, including discolorations and unevenness, without caking or masking the skin's natural radiance. The easy to blend formula goes on seamlessly and leaves the skin with a perfect looking complexion, free of flashback or oxidation. So this is really nice whenever you're taking photography, if you're going to a party or event or something like that. It's not gonna give you a flashback, so that's really nice about this foundation. I'm gonna insert a clip of me applying the foundation. So I find this foundation to be really luminous, so I agree with those claims. So whenever I wear this foundation, I like to apply my Dior face and body primer because I feel like this one keeps my oils at bay. I don't have oily skin, but I do have combo skin, so my T-zone gets quite oily sometimes, and this primer helps me with that. So whenever I'm wearing a luminous foundation, I like to put that primer. So you're gonna see me in the clip applying the primer first. So I took a little bit of a pump and a half, and that covered my whole face. But for my right side, I did use a brush. This is the brush that I always use for my foundation. It is the IT Cosmetics foundation brush. I really like this foundation because it packs. It really gives you a lot of coverage whenever you use it with any foundation. So I love that foundation brush, and as you're able to see, the color looks a little bit light, but whenever I blend everything and I set it with my powders and everything, it looks okay. You are able to see the coverage. It has medium to buildable coverage. The foundation claims to have, I believe those claims, I think it is medium, but it could also be buildable, but I didn't want to build it more. I don't really like to cake up my foundation, so with half a pump I'm happy on half side of my face. Then on the other side, you're gonna see me apply it with my Wet n Wild sponge. This is again my favorite sponge to apply foundation. It is not dirty, I promised, it's just stained. Anyway, I really like this sponge to blend off my foundations whenever I feel like I want to sheer them out. And I don't know for sure if you're able to see that on my clip, but on the sponge side it looks more natural. It looks a little bit less coverage, less cakey, and that's the reason why I actually went back to the other side of my face and just did a sponge all over my face. I just liked how the sponge shears out the coverage. I don't like really heavy foundations, so I guess it's gonna depend on your preference. If you like really full coverage foundations, then I think you're gonna be really happy with the coverage of this one. I like more medium coverage. I don't really like full coverage foundations that much, so that's why with the sponge I felt like it really evened out my face. It looked really natural, really healthy, and I love this foundation. Can I say enough? I'm not sure if I like it more than my Fenty. I think I have to do a half side-by-side comparison one day and see how they wear. I don't know if you guys are able to see. I've worn this foundation for maybe like 3 hours now, and you don't see any oils at all. Usually I get oily by the 7 to 8 hour mark whenever I put this foundation on, but nothing that a blotting powder or a blotting paper couldn't solve. I don't usually touch up with more powder, to be quite honest, so whenever I'm on the go I'll just blot with tissue, and then that's all I do, and that solves the problem. Alright, so now let's talk all the claims that the foundation has. So it is vegan, it is gluten-free, it is alcohol-free, it is clinically tested, it is non-comedogenic, which I really appreciate because I have sensitive skin. It says it's suitable for sensitive skin. I have really acne-prone skin, so whenever I shop for a foundation I like to make sure that it's non-comedogenic, so it's not gonna really like break me out. It is also long wearing and it has no flashback. I'm the type of person that puts on their makeup in the morning and wants to forget about it. As to be quite honest, I don't really have time at work or when I'm outside with the kids. I don't really have time to be worrying about my makeup. So I like to trust the products that I use to do their jobs. So if you're looking for something that is long wearing, that it looks really natural, and that is not gonna break you out, it doesn't have a scent as well, so that's something I appreciate. The Fenty does have a scent, but the scent of that one I like. I don't really like scented products. This one doesn't have one, so I really like that about this foundation. Hey guys, so it is my final check-in. It is about 10 p.m. so we're gonna put the kids to bed. I just so this is what my face looks like after almost 11 hours of wearing the foundation. So as I said before, I think you can get a good 10 to 12 hours out of it. I think it looks really natural. It did get oily on my T-zone, as it usually foundations do, but nothing that blotting paper wouldn't solve, and I think it looks quite natural. Forgive that guy that just came into the party. I don't know what happened with this. It just sort of like came to life later this afternoon, but it wore off. The foundation has worn off a little bit around my nose and on my T-zone because I've been like blotting and whatnot, but other than that, this is my face post 11 hours of wear. So I think it's pretty good. I really like this foundation. As I said, I think it looks really natural, and yeah, I'm ready to get to bed. So I'm gonna see you guys in my next foundation review. Bye now. So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Anastasia foundation. If you couldn't tell, I'm in love with this foundation. I highly recommend it. If you're in the hunt for a foundation that looks really natural, that is long wearing, and it's not gonna look cakey and heavy, I think you're really gonna like this foundation. If you like my foundation review, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That helps me a ton. It helps me to know that you're liking my content. Please also leave me comments down below. Let me know which videos you'd like to see me do next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye, you guys.